All right, so Andrew Schulz is doing the rounds right now with all the podcasts because he's trying to promote his new comedy special, but he still hasn't done the Fighter and the Kid podcast yet. And I'm kind of disappointed because the other day he was talking about how great of a guy Brendan is and how funny their podcast is and how he owes Brendan all this credit because he introduced him to Joe Rogan.
Fucking great podcast. Like, they're hilarious together. Like, right. Brian and Brendan are fucking hilarious together. And Brendan's like a really great dude. He's a genuinely sweet dude who helps people. He's the reason I got on Rogan. Like, he was like, yo, you got to get this guy on. This is before anybody was fucking looking at my shit. Like, and that really changed my life. So he's actually a great dude.
So hearing all that, I'd expect him to do the podcast while he's in LA promoting a special, but he hasn't done it yet. And maybe he will eventually. Maybe he'll do it after I put this video out. But he's done the Trash Tuesday podcast. So if he doesn't do the Fighter and the Kid podcast, that's a huge slap in the face to Brendan and Brian. And I think it'd be a mistake for him not to do the Fighter and the Kid podcast because that's a good opportunity to bring up the truck walk, the lawsuit, and that would be good promotion. You know, maybe the podcast won't get many views, but that would probably go viral, him talking about any of those things. And it's better promotion than he's currently doing with this whole, like, hacking thing of his comedy special. He claims his special was hacked, I guess, and some guy who has a diabetic mom hacked it to try to stop people from watching it.
You tried to hack my special. You don't even realize what you did. Do you realize how many more people want to see it now? You fucking idiot. Sitting in your mother's house, her neck looks like a calzone, the fat diabetic bitch. Do you even understand how the internet works? If you hack my special and take it down, more people are gonna support it. You fucking son of a footless fat bitch. Because she has diabetes.
Yeah, so I don't know what the deal is with this. Most people are saying it's BS, and it kind of sounds like it. It sounds like he's trying to say that, like, somebody just doesn't want this special out there. Like, who really cares enough to take down a comedy special? Like, who's looking to do that? And he sounds like he knows who it is. It's some guy with a diabetic mom. He's sitting around trying to hack comedy specials, I guess. I don't know, this is weird. Like, dude, you want to promote your special, just go on the Fighter and the Kid podcast. Nobody even knows what you're talking about with this shit. Like, hacking a comedy special, what the hell does that even mean? And this isn't going to help promote it at all. If he really wants to help promote it, say that Brendan Schaub hacked your comedy special because he's jealous that Andrew did the Trash Tuesday podcast and not the Fighter and the Kid podcast yet. Because whoever hacked it, it sounds like they did a shitty job and it's still up. So that sounds like what Brendan's team would be capable of, like maybe getting it taken down for like 20 minutes or something. All right, so now let's move on to Andrew Schulz talking to Bobby Lee about his relationship with Khalyla when Andrew went on the Bad Friends podcast the other day. Andrew wasted no time. Like, within the first 5 minutes, he just got down to business. He's like, all right, so what's the deal with you and Khalyla? Like, what's going on here? I heard you're broken up, but you're still living together, and he's all confused by that. And apparently Khalyla's niece is sitting next to him. She's on the podcast for some reason, and he's all weirded out by that too.
Yeah. He lives downstairs. They live upstairs.
Exactly.
It's really smart.
No, we live in the same...
Wait a minute, are you guys still in that same place? On the hill?
In the same hill place. And
yeah.
She's also... We sleep on the same bed.
What? This is... But...
It's a double. It's pushed together. They just separate it.
No, it's not. No, we sleep on the same bed. What I do is I have a long pillow.
Yeah.
And I just put it between us.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She really just is here to judge, right?
Yeah.
Like, she's just looking at you and making sure you're sad.
I mean, I didn't think that we would talk about it. So do you have some...
I love it.
I mean, he's almost free.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But you guys still live in the same place. Why can't you guys be best friends? Imagine you guys would be best friends and you have your own places. And she can do her thing.
That's
and
true.
you can do your thing.
She is going to... Right? Is that the plan?
I think so.
You don't know.
I don't think so. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
You're part of the plan.
Are you part of the plan? Have she talked to you about it?
Maybe.
She only knows
You can't smell a rat.
6 words. She only knows 6 words.
You can't smell a rat.
No, I know. I see
know,
her there.
I
Look
know.
at how she's sitting.
Yeah.
Of course.
Little rat.
And I think she lives with Bobby and Khalyla too. So I don't know what's going on here. And I don't think they're ever really going to separate. I mean, they say they're broken up, but they're still living together. They're sleeping in the same bed. They have the podcast. And Khalyla said they're closer than ever. They're still in love with each other. So I don't know what's changed, even though I think most Tiger Belly fans wish that Bobby would move on from her, and they think that would be the healthiest thing to do. I mean, if they are broken up, that would be the healthiest thing to do, but I don't think Bobby would ever kick her out, and he would never move out. So it's all up to Khalyla pretty much. And I don't think she really wants to, because it sounds like she gets to do whatever she wants. She can go to Hawaii. She stays in this house, I'm sure is a nice house. She's got the podcast with him. She still enjoys talking to him, and their relationship helps promote her career a lot. So I don't think she's really looking to move on. I mean, she's looking to be with other guys at the same time, but I think she still enjoys coming back to the house with Bobby and hanging out with him and working with him and doing the podcast. So I don't think she's really looking to move out. I mean, maybe she will, but like when he asked his niece just now, it sounded like she didn't know. She's like, maybe. So I don't think either one is really looking to move on right now. But if anyone were to, it would be Khalyla, obviously. And I think that probably would wreck Bobby for a while if she moved out. But a lot of people think he's probably better off without her, and it'd probably only help his career. But you could tell Bobby really does not want to move on from her. He says he never wants to be with another girl. So I don't know how he's going to handle it.
You're good. This is an entertainment podcast. This is an entertainment podcast.
Get a new apartment.
House.
Get a
I'm
new
not moving.
apartment.
I bought the house.
For her.
I will.
Ooh.
And her.
Yeah, a house.
Is that wrong?
That's
Why
true.
is that wrong?
No, true. It's true.
Don't you think
All
it's
right, let me
fair?
ask you something.
He wouldn't be living in
She
the
would
house.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
You don't think that she would appreciate that? She would love that.
Okay, let me ask you something.
It's not like you guys did much decorating it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like she's.
You haven't been upstairs. You don't know what the fuck my house
But I
looks like.
saw the Legoland in the bottom.
Yeah, the Legoland.
You don't need to go past that. I saw it, right? I saw the bottom.
You get the gist of it.
I got the gist of it.
Yeah.
I walked up the Japanese game show to get to your fucking house.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Here's the deal, both of you,
All
all right?
grown up.
So number one, I honestly believe I'll never date another girl again.
Oh, shut the fuck. All
So
right.
that-
Go ahead.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's not friendship.
I said I'll stop.
But you did it.
Okay, so do it again.
All right. So this is what I'm telling you my heart and my truth.
Okay.
All right. I honestly believe I never want to date
I was thinking we were going to
You
make
just
it a
do it
little longer.
so Asian. You're like,
Yeah, so from this, it sounds like Andrew Santino has probably laughed a bunch of times when Bobby said that he's never going to date again. And I'm glad these people are telling him, like, dude, you should just move out. Because if Bobby was the person to tell her that it's time for her to move out and move on, or like they got to break up or something, that would be a very mature move for him. And I'm sure at first it would suck, but after like a month or so, he'll probably be a lot happier, and I'm sure he will be dating again. Like on this same podcast, his niece was talking about how he checked out some chick's ass while they were walking around in public. So it sounds like he probably would date again.
Tito Bobby was what?
What?
Tito Bobby was checking a girl out when we were in San Diego.
Who was the girl?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go, my boy.
Who was the girl?
Hello.
He doesn't know.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Who was the girl?
She's
Yeah, so I think probably the sooner the better for him to get out of that relationship and like actually get out of it, not whatever they're doing now. They're still in a relationship. It's just she can go see other guys. And a lot of the comments on this podcast are glad that Andrew brought this up and said that they probably need to separate. Like this comment said, Schulz is 100% correct. You can't move on if you're still technically living together. It's got to be a clean break. Another one said Schulz is one of the realest friends Bobby has, and Bobby wasn't even invited to his wedding. And then just a lot of other comments saying that Schulz is a good friend and they're glad he brought this up and everything. And also on the Tiger Belly podcast this week, it was just Bobby, and a lot of the comments were like, yeah, I like it with just Bobby. It's a lot better. You know, maybe Khalyla, it's time for her to move on and just do the Trash Tuesday podcast. And speaking of Trash Tuesday, I think Andrew Schulz went on there, so that'll be interesting to see what they talk about. I'm sure he'll bring up Khalyla and Bobby's relationship, maybe the Brendan Schaub drama, hopefully. If he's smart, he would. I mean, that's how you promote your comedy special, honestly. Like, talking about Brendan Schaub gets people's attention. Like, a ton of comedians would trash him, and then the Fight in the Kids subreddit would share it, and they'd go viral. So I think Andrew's smart enough to talk about Brendan on the Trash Tuesday podcast, but we'll have to wait and see, because also, I don't know if he did the Fight in the Kid podcast, which would be a smart move. If he went on there and asked some questions that people want to hear the answers to, that could really help promote a special. Better than talking about this hack or whatever the hell's going on here. And if he really wants to prove that Brendan's a good guy and he's friends with him and he respects him a lot, then I think he would go on the podcast. The fact that he goes on Trash Tuesday and he might not go on the Fighter and the Kid, that's not a good look for Brendan and Brian. But hopefully he does go on there soon. So if he does, I'll definitely talk about that. And then I'm sure I'll talk about Trash Tuesday that Andrew was on recently. So make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're looking for that kind of stuff. And even if you're not looking for that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button anyways. And then hit the like button. Then leave me a comment. And then I'll catch you at the next video.